Good morning. Welcome to another BookTube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. Happy Sunday morning. If you're watching this on Sunday morning, it's a Sunday morning catch up. And there's a lot above me and not much below me. Shall we come in a bit closer? Let's. Hi. So yeah, as I said, casual video this morning. Nice little catch up with a cup of tea. Get yourself a cup of tea, why not? Have a lovely time. I'm actually filming this on Friday morning. Don't know if you can hear, but there are some birds tweeting outside and it's just very nice and relaxed. I thought I'd do a little chatty video. I don't do so many of these chatty videos anymore, and I used to schedule one a month as a sort of like catch up on what's going on and stuff like that. But I stopped doing that because I thought the Friday reading vlog sort of covered chatty times, but I thought I'd do a sort of more general, we're halfway through the year update, because we are over halfway through the year now. Firstly, to keep it in keeping with the channel, my reading this year has been amazing. I think I've had my best, well, I know I've had one of, if not the best reading year I've had since I've been doing BookTube. I've filmed my best books of the year yesterday and put that up. I'll link it down below if you haven't seen it already, where I picked my 10 best books of the year. And normally when I film this, I like it to be 10 because I like the roundness of the top 10. And normally when I'm going through my reading journal, which I've got here, I have to sort of like think, oh, okay, well, that was a very good book. I don't think it will feature in my top 10 books of the year, but I'll put it in my halfway through the year. But every single book I featured in that top 10 books of the year, if they're the best books I've read this year, then I've had an amazing year. So if I don't read anything as good in the next half of the year, I've still had an amazing year, but I still think I've got some absolute bangers to come. But yeah, it's been very, very, very good reading year. So hopefully, and I've heard quite a few people say that, booktubers, and then when I put the video up, a few people said that they've had a really good reading year as well. So what is it, do you reckon, that's made this year such a good reading year? But yeah, absolutely banger after banger after banger. And long may it continue, long may it continue. So, like I said, we're halfway through the year. It's July. You know me and my disregard for summer, let's say. I've sort of had a bit of a talking, I've given myself a bit of a talking to, because in previous summers I treat sort of June, July and August as a sort of, right, just get through it. Just get through it and soon it'll be August. Soon it'll be autumn. And I almost sort of like wish those 3 months away. And I've had to give myself a bit of a talking to, because those 3 months still very much exist. And I don't want to wish my life away. So I said to myself, I'm going to be much more chill about summer this year, and hopefully be more chill. The reason I don't like summer is because I don't like hot weather. I think I feel the same about hot weather as people feel about cold weather, like, and the long days and things like that. Like when people say, oh, I hate how short the days are and I hate how cold it is all the time. Like, I hate how long the days are and I hate how hot it is all the time, and I can't sleep and I don't sleep very well, and I don't really like, I can't concentrate very much, so I don't read as much, and indoors is really hot and outdoors is really hot, and just all those sort of things. So yeah, I feel like that. So previous years I've just been like, let's just try and get through it. I mean, last year was it was unbelievable. We had a couple of over 40 degree days here, 40 Celsius here in the UK. But this year I said to myself, look, don't wish those days away. And I spend a lot of my time absolutely glued to my weather app, because it shows you sort of like 10 days in advance, and I sort of look at it and think, oh God, we've got a 31 degree day coming up then, what am I gonna do, what am I gonna do? And I'm getting myself worked up before it's even arrived. So I can still check my weather app, because sure, I need to know whether it's raining or whatever, or if I'm gonna need to wear less layers or more layers. But that was my number one thing I talked to myself about. Don't get so obsessed with your weather app. Number two thing is that just take things a bit slower and be a bit kinder to yourself, and still try and do the things that you think you can't do in the summer. So things like read or watch telly or go for a walk, but do those things when things are a bit cooler. Now, touch wood. I've got no wood around me at all. Books, they come from wood, don't they? It hasn't been really, really hot. There was 2 hot weeks, and those were the weeks that we were on honeymoon, so it's worked out very well. So Friday, today, that I'm filming this, it's 27 degrees. I've been to the dentist this morning. And it was hot when I left, but it's quite cool in here. And tomorrow's hot, but I'm going to go and stay at my parents tonight. And that'll be nice and cool. I can sleep with my windows open. And they've got a garden, so we haven't got a garden. They haven't got a very shady garden, but they've got a garden. It's got a very nice sort of like little lounge area in it, so I'm going to read there. But yeah, I'm just looking at ways that I can still enjoy myself and not be wishing that bloody time away. Because that's daft, isn't it? To be wishing your time away. So, there we go. The year itself, in terms of like projects and stuff that I've been doing, you may well know, if you follow me on Instagram, that I was doing a 1 million steps in 100 days challenge. And I started this on the first day of spring, because I started this on the first day that the clocks went back. And then over that course of 100 days, I had to do 1 million steps. So that's roughly 10,000 steps a day, which is what apparently we should be doing anyway. I don't know how. I work in a very sedentary desk job, whereby I only really get up from that desk to sort of go to the photocopier or go to the loo or get myself a cup of tea or that sort of thing. Like there's not much movement. And my hobbies and interests are very sedentary things, aren't they? Reading, playing board games, laying in bed, cooking, which I guess you're on your feet, but it's still not that. So I set myself the challenge of doing 1 million steps in 100 days. And from the very offset, I was on the back foot. So if you looked at my stats, I didn't make it to 10,000 steps on the first day. So from the very get-go, I was behind, and I got as far behind as 80,000 steps. Such is my unwavering belief in my capabilities of things. I never thought, oh no, I won't do it. Like I always thought, oh yeah, this will be absolutely fine. I'll definitely get this done. And I bloody did do it. So although I was behind right up until the last minute, when I went into the last day, I was 2,000 steps behind. I must say the honeymoon really, really helped, because there was 2 days where we did over 20,000 steps and only 2 days where we didn't do 10,000 steps. And on those in between days, like the over 10,000 steps days, they were normally like 16, 18,000 steps. Even on the days when we were on the ship. So it just goes to show how much walking you do when you're on the ship. So that really, really helped chip into it. And then obviously I was doing the, again, if you saw me on Instagram, I was doing like these sort of evening, walking up and down my corridor and walking on the spot, talking to people on Instagram Live, just so I could get my steps in. But yeah, I'm glad I did it. I'm going to do it again. So it's going to happen again. So if you didn't get to join in this time round and you'd like to, then I'm going to start it again, but I'm going to do it from the 1st of January. So the first 100 days of January. Now, as if it wasn't tricky enough last time, it's probably going to be a little bit trickier this time, because January, in the UK at least, and February, are sort of renowned for bad weather. So there won't be much sort of like going out as much as I've been able to. Or like, for example, a couple of times at work I did like a walk around the block and stuff like that. But if it's like, I don't mind if it's like cold or wet, because I can take an umbrella. But if it's slippy, I'm not going to be doing that walking. So I'll need to have a little talk to myself about doing more steps indoors, maybe doing some step videos and stuff like that. But yes, we're going to be doing it again from the 1st of January. So I'll get David to rejig the worksheet that I made for it, and I'll share all of those nearer the time. So yeah, if you'd like to join it, if you didn't get to join in this time, you'd like to join in again. A lot of people have asked if I felt any difference in myself at all. I felt no difference. The only thing I felt was anger. Thinking, oh God, I've only done this many steps and I've got to do this many steps. So yeah, I need to, I'm going to have, so when it starts, the 1st of January, that's bank holiday here in the UK. And provided it's not snowing and chucking it down and like horrible or even raining, we normally go for quite a big walk on a New Year's Day. So with every will in the world from the 1st, look at me speaking about bloody January already. She says, having just said not going to wish her life away. Hopefully I'll be able to go for a big walk and get that. But yeah, so that's going to be happening. So although I've only just, well, I say I've only just finished that. There's like 6 months until I start that next one, but enjoyable, I enjoyed it. And that got me thinking about my projects going forward now that one's over. So the next sort of thing that's coming up, I guess, is Gousto Christie. So next month in August, I'm going to read all books either by Agatha Christie or inspired by Agatha Christie, non-fiction about Agatha Christie. I'm going to try and watch some Agatha Christie telly. Still thinking about going to see The Mousetrap in London which is an Agatha Christie play. I've been doing this for a few years now, so I sort of take myself a little, like 1 month of the year, I give myself like a little reading challenge. So like, I think it started with June Eyre, where I read Jane Eyre books and books associated with Jane Eyre. Then I did Pride and Prejudice. Then I think I did June Austen next. I did Little Women, which I regret that title so much. Are they the only ones I've done? And then this year will be Augusta Christie, which I think is very good. I've just ordered a Agatha Christie puzzle, which I'm quite looking forward to. You know those World of puzzles you might have seen me do before? I've got the Austen one, done the Shakespeare one, and Bronte one. I've just ordered the Agatha Christie one, so I'll do that while I'm listening to some Agatha Christie. So yeah, there's going to be some good, I'm quite looking forward to August in terms of reading. So that's my next thing that's coming up. Then after that, there's Outfits October, which is something that I've done over on Instagram for, I think this will be the 5th year of it. And it's a month whereby I take prompts from yourself about outfits. It all happens over on Instagram. By the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's Lauren and the Books. If you'd like to go over there and give me a little follow, because it's just a sort of extension of the content you get on here. Yeah, and I take prompts, like ideas for prompts. So in previous years, I've done like stars, Call the Midwife inspired, Little Women inspired, All One Colour, and down to simple things like wearing a shirt, and then collate all of those prompts and then pop them in a jar, and then every day I pick out a prompt and wear a different outfit. So it's a way of sort of shopping from my wardrobe and celebrating the clothes that I've got. And I would say like over half of my wardrobe now is secondhand, clothes that I've bought secondhand, either online or charity shops or inherited from other people and stuff like that. And it's a very, very good way to sort of celebrate my wardrobe and stuff. But last year, I don't know what it was about last year. I just didn't have the bestest time with it. I don't know why. And I worried that you guys didn't have the best time with it either. My engagement on it, and this I guess is the only time I really look at numbers and stuff, but like less people were into it, it felt like, on Instagram. And that's not a reason for me not to do it, but I myself felt, maybe I was projecting on that actually. Maybe that made me look at the stats because I felt like I wasn't having a good time with it. So I still want to do it because I think it's a really important thing to do, to sort of like celebrate clothes that you already own, ways you can wear them differently, etc, etc. But if there's a way I could sort of freshen it up a bit, if you've got any ideas on how we can freshen it up a bit, then do let me know. I mean, it might just be that we give it another go, and maybe last year was just an anomaly and I just wasn't that into it, and this year we do it again exactly the same and I love it again. But yeah, I do need to start thinking about that, because previous years I've done, last year in fact, I did the 6 queens from Six the Musical, so the colours that each of them wear, and sort of puffy sleeves and things like that. But I needed to get a few bits for that, so I bought all of those things secondhand. But like I need a bit of time to sort of like look for those things on Depop and stuff. So I need to start thinking about maybe potential prompts or ways to freshen it up or anything. But we'll have a little look at that. And then the next thing after that is Vlogmas, which feels wild to be talking about that in July, having also just said, oh, I'm not going to wish my life away. But we have already mentioned January. And today, this day, the Friday, the 7th of July, I'm actually going to film a little bit of a video that I think is going to be used in Vlogmas. So I won't say any more than that because I don't know if it's going to come off. But yeah, I've got sort of plans. I've been having a little think. Because I didn't do Vlogmas last year because I got married last year. And I knew that on top of getting married and it being Christmas and stuff, I wouldn't be able to manage it. So I quite sensibly, I was very proud of myself actually for saying like, just say no, Lauren. Like let's just nip it in the bud now. So the return to Vlogmas this year will be lovely because I love doing it. I love watching it back. That's something I have found, is that I haven't had the videos to watch back from last year, which I normally really enjoy doing, particularly around this time actually. But yeah, so Vlogmas is happening this year. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But looking forward to it in a way where I'm still enjoying the summer, because you know I've said that. And like I said, I'm going to film a little bit of a video today, which I think will probably be involved later on in the year. We will see. We will see. So yeah, that's the plan. Something else I just wanted to mention is I recently put something on Instagram where I said, what sort of videos would you guys like from me? And so many of you kindly said you'd like more vlogs. Now I do the Friday reading vlog, which is normally very much home-based, isn't it? I'm sort of here reading, maybe I'll nip out to pop my washing in or whatever. Went to the board game cafe a couple of weeks ago. But a few people were like, we'd like more vlogs. And I think maybe this is off the back of David and I sharing our honeymoon vlogs, which we really enjoyed making, by the way. And thank you for all of your lovely comments about our honeymoon and those who watched the videos. Again, I'll link those 2 videos down below. David filmed and edited one whole one, which was amazing because he's much better at that sort of thing than I am. But a lot of you said, oh, I'd love to see some more days out with you and David, which is really nice. And David and I have been watching a few channels recently with sort of like a lot more vlogging in them, and just people doing like home days and maybe days out and holidays and stuff like that. And maybe that's something we'd think about if you'd be interested in it. Because I know the title of the channel is Lauren and the Books, but I'm always here for sort of flux and different things. I mean, there's been all sorts of things going on here over the almost 10 years that I've been doing this. So yeah. Maybe you'll be seeing a few more vlogs in the future, as well as the Friday reading vlogs, which I still really, really enjoy doing. It's a Friday and I'm not filming a Friday reading vlog today because I'm using this time to film a lot of other videos. So yeah. I think that's it, guys. I just wanted a little catch up with you all and just to say hi and how are things. So do let me know hi and how are things down below. How's your first half of your year been? How's your reading been? What are you looking forward to in the second half of the year? Ideas for Vlogmas, outfits October. Are you planning on joining in with August Christie? Are you going to read an Agatha Christie book in August? Would be interested to hear. And I guess that's it. So I'm now going to film one more video. Then I need to pack a little bag for my mum and dad's because I'm staying there tonight. A couple of board games, probably Meadow and Riverside. Dinner at my mum's tonight. She's doing me a ratatouille pasta. And then maybe going to the Kent County show tomorrow with my family, but I don't know if I will. I might not. And then Sunday, like I said, no, I'm saying like I said, I've literally just voice noted Mercedes. That's why I'm thinking this, I've already said this, but it's not. I've said this to Mercedes. So Sunday's going to be wet weather. David and I were going to go to Goodnestone Park, which is somewhere we've been going for the last 2 years, which is really nice. Particularly in summer, it's very shaded, lots of lovely walks. And last time we went, there was loads of wild garlic there, so it just smelled amazing. But I only recently found out from my work colleague yesterday that it's pronounced Gunston. So I've been saying Goodnestone Park for 2 years and it's Gunston. So we were going to do that on Sunday, but I think it's going to be absolutely shitting it down. So we might just have a little sort out day at home. Since we got back from our honeymoon, we've done a bit of like cleaning, but we haven't done our sort of like deep chores that we like to do on the weekly. And I still need to sort out my summer wardrobe because I still haven't got all of my stuff out from the storage. So yeah, thanks for a lovely little catch up and chat. Hopefully you enjoyed this on the Sunday morning. Sunday morning is the day that I was just talking about, so maybe it is a bit rainy wherever you are. Let me know. And I'll see you all again soon for another BookTube video. Goodbye.